In the remote wilderness of Mount Baker, nestled among the picturesque peaks of northwestern Washington state, an incredible story of heroism unfolded. Francis Zuber, an experienced skier with a love for adrenaline-pumping adventures, found himself in a truly serendipitous situation that would forever change the lives of two individuals. It was a crisp winter morning, and Mount Baker was cloaked in a thick blanket of freshly fallen snow. Francis, an avid backcountry skier, relished the opportunity to explore the untouched terrain. With each calculated turn, he navigated through the pristine powder, a graceful dance with nature's elements. Little did he know that fate had something extraordinary in store for him that day. As Francis maneuvered with expertise around the towering trees, his senses heightened by the tranquil beauty surrounding him, his attention was suddenly drawn to a peculiar sight. A snowboard, partially buried in a massive snowdrift, caught his eye. Instinctively, he sensed that something was amiss. A wave of concern washed over him, and without hesitation, he veered off his course and approached the enigmatic scene. As he drew closer, Francis realized that the snowboard was not simply abandoned, but still attached to a person trapped beneath the snow. A mixture of disbelief and urgency flooded his mind. How had he stumbled upon such an improbable sight? Fate had orchestrated a one-in-a-million chance encounter, positioning Francis at the right place and the right time to be a hero. From a downhill perspective, a dense cluster of trees obscured the snowboard from the view of oncoming skiers. Only because Francis had fallen into an adjacent drift moments before did he have a vantage point to spot the distressed snowboarder. With a resolute determination, he swiftly approached the site, his heart pounding with a mixture of concern and adrenaline. As he reached the trapped snowboarder, Francis called out, "Are you all right?" Silence hung heavy in the air, intensifying the urgency of the situation. Without wasting a second, he sprang into action. Realizing the gravity of the moment, Francis removed his skis and began to pull himself up the steep snow mound. Every muscle in his body strained against the resistance of the powdery snow. Digging with a fervor born out of a profound sense of responsibility, Francis used his bare hands to frantically excavate the snow that held the snowboarder captive. The adrenaline coursing through his veins fueled his determination as he simultaneously reassured the trapped individual, offering words of comfort and support amidst the tumultuous ordeal. Minutes felt like an eternity, but Francis remained unwavering in his mission. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, a glimmer of hope emerged from the snowy abyss. The reflective visor of the snowboarder's helmet pierced through the white veil, followed by his mouth gasping for much-needed air. In that euphoric moment, Francis knew that he had saved a life. "Thank you," the snowboarder managed to utter, his voice tinged with gratitude and disbelief. Francis, his own heart still pounding in his chest, responded with a humble nod. "Yeah, no problem," he said, his voice filled with a mixture of relief and reassurance. Recognizing the need for both of them to recover from the harrowing experience, they took a moment to catch their breath and process the enormity of what had just transpired. In the aftermath of this incredible rescue, Francis took to social media, sharing the video captured on his headcam. His message resonated with profound wisdom born from first-hand experience. "All I'll say for now is the mountains don't care how much skill or experience you have," he wrote. "They don't even care if you and your ski partners are doing everything right." Moved by the gravity of the situation, Francis implored fellow backcountry skiers and snowboarders to prioritize their safety. He recommended that everyone undertake an AV1 course, an avalanche safety and rescue training program. Francis understood that knowledge and preparation were the keys to survival in such treacherous environments. "Take an AV1 course," he urged, his voice carrying the weight of his recent experience. "Get trained on what to do if you find yourself in this situation, and always look out for each other out there." It was a poignant reminder that the mountains, awe-inspiring and majestic, could quickly become unforgiving and relentless. News of Francis Zuber's heroic act spread like wildfire, igniting conversations about the importance of safety and preparedness in backcountry adventures. His bravery inspired others to take heed of the risks inherent in pursuing their passions, encouraging them to equip themselves with the knowledge and skills necessary to navigate these perilous terrains. For Francis, the events of that fateful day transformed his perspective on life. The euphoria of saving a life, of being the catalyst for a miracle, had left an indelible mark on his soul. He vowed to continue advocating for safety measures, sharing his story with others, and inspiring a community of adventurers to approach their passions with both courage and caution. And so, as the seasons changed, Francis Zuber's story became a legend whispered among those who dared to venture into the untamed wilderness. His act of heroism served as a reminder that in the face of nature's formidable forces, resilience, preparation, and the unwavering spirit of camaraderie were the truest allies. And thus, the mountains echoed his name, forever entwined with the resolute heart of a hero.